Invasion. The term invasion renders fear and gives organizations such as the Civilian Defense Corps the fuel to evoke citizen participation and consumerism through war propaganda. The Civilian Defense Corps and its propaganda is often overlooked in the collective memory of World War II. During World War II, shortly after the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, Americans feared another attack or possible invasion of foreign military force on American soil. This scrapbook, found in the archives of the Valentine History Center, encompasses a brief history of the Civilian Defense Corps' presence in the city of Richmond from the years 1943 through 1946. The Civilian Defense Corps, established in 1914, was a volunteer organization comprised of American citizens devoted to the cause of war preparedness. This scrapbook, along with archival files from the same time period, compiles many symbols, newspaper clippings, and advertisements created by the Civilian Defense Corps in department stores such as Miller & Rhodes and Thalheimer's. These texts demonstrate propagandistic messages calling for awareness of possible invasion, which ultimately instilled fear among Americans while at the same time asking citizens to do their part by supporting the war. The Civilian Defense Corps' propaganda focused on three themes. The themes used include fear, consumption, and conservation. It is clear that emotion is a key factor in the examples of war propaganda produced by the Civilian Defense Corps. The owner of the scrapbook selected propagandistic advertisements that brought the war directly into the city of Richmond that mainly focus on the themes of fear and consumption of war bonds. This ad from the Richmond Times-Dispatch, published on June 23, 1944, includes a sketch of a city street in Richmond, and the text states, "Someone's knocking at your door." This ad was created by Miller & Rhodes, who were sending this war propaganda message in a way that was meant to frighten the population of Richmonders to believe that they were in danger of being invaded. This close-to-home message, created by the advertising team at Miller & Rhodes, was selling war bonds. The message evoked fear by stating that invasion was imminent, and if you as a consumer did not purchase war bonds, then you were putting the entire city in danger. Similar to Miller & Rhodes, Thalheimer's advertised for the purpose of selling war bonds. Thalheimer's approach varied from Miller & Rhodes in that they use window displays that depict American military equipment, officers, uniforms, and medals. During this time period, pamphlets were mailed out to American citizens calling for support. This pamphlet reads, "War needs money. This is your first duty," and "Americans, we've a war to win. Buy more defense savings bonds. Buy them regularly." It is apparent that these advertisements are pulling on the heartstrings of American citizens, making them feel that they have a moral obligation to support the war. The government used the mass media and its entities as instruments to garner support from the average citizen. The government used other methods of obtaining support, examples being functions like art sales and auctions, as seen in this pamphlet announcing civilian open-air art sale for war bonds. By hosting these events and producing advertisements stating "share your car," "conserve gas," "tires," "autos," "are you doing your part?" Join a car sharing club today. The government is able to infiltrate the homes and minds of American citizens, ultimately gaining the warranted approval and support of these targeted individuals. This scrapbook fits into the greater picture of the government's use of war propaganda during World War II, yet it is often overlooked in the overall collective memory of World War II propaganda.